All right, on a health journey, you are going to hear a ton about macros. And I just want to give a very basic breakdown of macros because there are a lot of videos out there on YouTube and they get so analytical and so they can confuse the heck out of you. We got to keep this simple. So obviously there's three macros that we are going to focus on. There is a fourth one, which is alcohol. And then there's also another one that we can kind of talk about, which is fiber. But we're going to keep it extremely simple. There's the three main macros. You've got your protein, your fats, and your carbs. Proteins and fats are absolutely essential. If you do not have these, your body will eventually shut down. You can actually function without carbs, but you do need these to get to a high level. So basically, if you substitute and just remove carbs and go on keto, go on carnivore, your octane level is going to be very low because you're not utilizing all of the fuel your body needs. Your body runs off of two energy sources, which are your fats and your carbs, and you need them both. It's just a matter of kind of marrying them together to get to that jet fuel. And the foundation to all of this is the protein. Protein is by far going to be your most important one to hit. We need to hit our protein goal. This is the foundation of our body. And then we can play with our fats and our carbs a little bit. We can tweak these, but we need both of these. And everybody's different. So how much you need in these, you're going to play with a little bit. We're going to set you with a foundation to start with, and then you can kind of play with it from there. So the protein, by far the most important one. And kind of the target on this is going to, what your target weight is, 90 to 100% of that. So whatever you weigh, and then if you're looking to lose 10 pounds, go with your target weight, because if you have a ton of fat on you, you don't want to be eating that entire amount in protein. So you got to factor that in. That's kind of the target. And the key to the protein, get this early in the day. This is the foundation piece to your diet, because what this will do is this is going to allow you to then take on fats and carbs throughout the day and not have massive blood sugar spikes because you got that protein in there as the foundation. The other key to protein is it's going to keep you feeling satiated throughout the day. So you do not want to be playing catch up with protein towards the end of the day. All of a sudden it's like, whoa, I'm way short on my protein. I got to start pounding protein, because most likely what that's going to have led to is a bunch of snacking and a bunch of eating bad foods because you didn't have that foundation set. So the key is getting those proteins solid foundation early in the day, which we're going to map all of that out. Fats, again, this is going to be something that is long-term energy. Again, this one we can kind of play with as well. I got kind of a minimum here. You at least need 60 grams of fat per day and kind of a maximum of 90 unless you are. Now, I'm not saying you can't go on a keto thing here and there. They are good in doses, but this is not a long-term play when you're on keto. So when you're not on that, you don't really want to go over 90 grams of fat. Carbs is your other source of energy for your brain, muscles, and organs. So again, key ingredient. And the thing with this one, we kind of set a minimum of 60 carbs and then a maximum of 130. And again, everybody's a little bit different. So we're going to kind of set the standard. You're going to eat that. And then from there, you're going to kind of play with it. And then once we get it absolutely nailed for you as an individual, that's what's going to give you that unbelievable jet fuel versus running on an 87, 89, 93 octane. And the key to this as well is eating whole foods. You cannot be eating processed foods because now the body can no longer run it clean. It's got to process all of those extra ingredients that are in all of the processed foods. The other thing too with protein, why getting it from whole foods is so important is on the nutrition labels of a lot of those protein bars and things, there is a leeway of 25% that they're allowed. So whatever they're putting on those protein packages, and they're saying it's got this amount of protein in it, it could be 25% lower, higher. It can go either way. They have a little bit of leeway built in there, so you don't really know what you're getting unless you're eating real food. And obviously, it's going to be very processed when you're eating those protein bars, etc. Now, if you're in a pinch, there are very clean protein powders out there that you can use, but don't be relying on that every single day. You want to meal prep and get your actual foods together. So that's just kind of a quick little breakdown here. We're going to give you the macro calculator as well so you can calculate your weight and also your workout level. How hard are you working out? Because that's going to play a little bit of a role in it too. But this kind of gives you a foundation of how this works. And then what's really cool is when you're running really clean like this, when you're in jet fuel stage, you can actually tell when your body's burning carbs and when it's burning fats. So when you do eat carbs, the body, that's going to be its first fuel source. It's going to grab the carbs and use those. And once it burns up the carbs, then it's going to start turning into the fats. So it's going to burn both of these and they're going to be able to switch on and off. And you're actually going to be able to feel that after a while. You're going to, oh, I'm burning fats right now. And fats feel really good when you're burning. They seem to burn a little cleaner. When you eat carbs, they can kind of mess with your brain a little bit because it does spike your blood sugar, but you need to have those in your system to get everything running properly. So that's a quick little breakdown on macros. Again, stick to this YouTube channel. When we launch the website with all the trackers and all the stuff on there, you're going to be able to get exactly what you need to put into your body to truly get your body functioning with jet fuel versus 87 octane, 89, 93 is even crap. We want jet fuel in your body.